big thing, which date I'm supposed to say, but I forgot.
August 26th!
That day. God, you already ruined the last part of John's set. Just shut the fuck up, Ryan.
Wasn't even my fault.
God, it's ridiculous.
Just slap you in the bald head.
Oh man, a bald joke. You're so witty. Whatever will I do?
Don't tell anybody.
Coming to the stage. What? Oh yeah? You're just mad because I didn't go after you, fucker. I won't. I love you, Gabe. Please welcome to the stand your next witness, comic, Scottie Romfo.
Thank you, and it's so great to be here at Station 4. It's my first time ever being here. I kind of feel like a virgin, so please be kind. I grew up west of here, an area known as Horse Country, where my mom was master of the fox hunt, and my father was president of the polo club. So we had a lot of horses and foxhounds on our property, so there were a lot of chores that needed to be done. And we're not very politically correct in our neck of the woods, because number one, we use terms like neck of the woods, and also we refer to the person who takes care of the foxhounds as the hound girl. And every year when we'd have to hire a new hound girl, we'd place an ad in the classifieds that would read, "Wanted Hound Girl." And the Star Tribune would always fuck it up and place it in the personals. So you can imagine the kind of responses that we used to get. And if you're not familiar with the fox hunt, it's pretty typical. I guess you haven't watched Angela Lansbury's Murder, She Wrote, but it's very typical. But here in Minnesota, we don't actually hunt a live fox. We and the 50 foxhounds chase the hound girl who runs the countryside with a fox urine-soaked sock stuffed in her back pocket, while we all scream, "Go, hound girl, go!" And my dad was a polo player, and after a polo match, all the polo players would gather around the clubhouse drinking beer, and after they had a few too many, they'd look for ways to amuse themselves. One of which was by betting on which one of us kids could climb the 50-foot flagpole the fastest. The sad thing was that nobody ever bet on me. They would just scream, "Go, hound girl, go!" And that's really not affected me a lot as an adult. It just is that every time I have sex now, I scream out, "Go, hound girl, go!" So us kids, we came up with our new games, and one of which was we constructed a wall out of bales of hay, and we had a row swing, and we would swing into the wall of hay. And the person who knocked down the most bales of hay would win the much coveted title of the person who knocked down the most bales of hay. Which, by the way, looks awesome on a college application. And my mom, when my mom was pregnant with me, she so wanted a girl. And I came out of the chute with a penis. She was so disappointed. It's the first of many to follow. Second major one was when I came out of the closet. My mother was like, "Gay, boy, you can't be gay." I'm like, "Come on, Mom, when I was born, the doctor slapped my ass. I didn't cry, I just went, ooh, I'm a naughty boy." And my friends didn't know quite how to react to me at first when I came out, kind of like this table over there. But by the time I started the second grade, everybody was totally cool with it. So my parents tried to butch me up, though. They had me try out for our local Pee Wee hockey team, and I didn't make the team. I know, we were all shocked, especially considering that my dad was the coach. I did, however, make the figure skating team. I still couldn't skate, but damn, you should have seen the outfits I designed. I ended up touring with Cher for like 2 years. I know you're thinking that's probably not the best environment for a 7-year-old, but I got to meet a lot of really cool, famous people. I got to meet former First Lady, Betty Ford. It was a short visit, it was 45 days in court ordered. But y'all having some cocktails and joints tonight? That's totally cool. You have to learn to drink responsibly though, because I got in trouble after drinking too much. And I was at my senior year in high school, I was at a party and had way too much to drink, and my friends dropped me off at the wrong house, and no one was home. It was like 20 below. I was up home for like 10 hours. And they ended up having to amputate both my hands and feet. And while I was in hospital recovering, somebody sent me an Easter card You might have seen these that had holes in the front of it and said to make the bunny ears work, you must insert 2 fingers in the hole. There was 1 finger I really wish I had. So you might be wondering why I have this bandage on my forehead. I was in Colorado recently. I was doing some shows up in the Boulder area, and my friends talked me into going bungee jumping. Why I agreed to it, I do not know. It might have been the altitude, or it might have been the marijuana. But anyways, I'm up on this bridge. It's like 100 feet over this river, and they have this cord attached to my ankle, and I jump off, and I'm going like 80 miles an hour, waiting for the cord to attach to my ankle, which it does, and it yanks my leg off, and I go head first in the fucking river. And while I'm in the ambulance on the way to the emergency room, the paramedics hook me up to oxygen. I'm a smoker, and they hook me up to pure oxygen. I'm like, holy crap, are you trying to fucking kill me? Put some carcinogens in there, goddammit. And then they take my temperature with the ear thermometer. Are you familiar with the ear thermometer? Yeah, they stick a probe in your ear and it instantly tells you the temperature of your ear. I'm like, holy crap, I want them, call me old-fashioned, but I want them to take my temperature the way they did when I was an infant. That's right, I want it up the butt. I want a totally buff male nurse to jam that up there, slap my ass, and say, who's your daddy? So, before I go, since we're talking about politics, gay marriage is a big thing here, and I recently did get engaged. Yeah, please don't applaud that. It's not a happy ending to the story. I just thought I could tell you about it. I got engaged, and somebody who I dated for a while, and he proposed to me while we were having sex. And I don't think that is fair, because you will say yes to almost anything while somebody is blowing you. So, it was very romantic though how he proposed to me, because he got down on both knees and gave me a silver cock ring. And I have to ask you all a question. Since the marriage isn't going on, should I give the cock ring back? No, thank you. Look who I'm talking to here. I am looking forward to getting engaged a few more times, because I could have a set of like 4 cock rings. Because I can also use them as napkin rings and have a formal dinner party at my apartment. So thank you. It's so great to be here at Station 4.
Give it up for Scottie. Woo! I couldn't help but like he's talking about gay marriage. Like, I think that's so funny that they won't let like gay people get married. I think you should let them get married and just not give them the right to get divorced.
Yeah. That's what they do in Canada.
Good. Fucking Canucks. Are you ready? Let's do this. He's doing the dance. Coming to the stage, the biggest thing in his own mind, Mr. Gabe Noah.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thanks, you 6. Are there any women here with a tattoo on their breast? Good. I'm against it. I'm against it. I find it disgusting. Don't mess with a masterpiece, ladies. Tits are good as is. Like, people love tits. I don't know, there's a whole group of guys who love tits called tit men, right? Like, I don't know. Like, you can have pretty bad tits. That's still pretty good. Like, that's not so bad. You can have tits like that candy corn you get for Halloween, and that's growing on me. Like, that's not so bad. Like, I don't know what kind of corkscrewed, jack-in-the-box, fucked-up tits you'd have to have for me to say, you know what would improve those? Slap a flaming Medusa head right on the side of that thing. I think that'd really make it go. I guess what I'm saying is, and I don't want to get too preachy, but there's got to be a better way to let people know that your vagina smells like an ashtray. That's my guess. I drunk drive too often, I think. And it's not even that I'm trying to get hammered and drive around, but if you get pulled over 2 beers, 3 beers, you're drunk. And it's just getting to the point where it's all the time almost. Like, if I get pulled over at this point, I'm just going to be indignant. Like, if I get pulled over, I'm just going to